Brazilian officials began dismantling the tent city where supporters of President Jair Bolsonaro had been camping in protest since he lost the election in October. The Justice Ministry says more than 1,200 people were detained in the aftermath of an attack Sunday on government buildings by Bolsonaro supporters. Thousands of rioters wore the green and yellow Brazilian flag as they broke windows and trashed offices in Congress, the Supreme Court, and the presidential palace, in scenes strikingly familiar to the January 6th insurrection in Washington by supporters of ousted President Donald Trump. Many said they wanted Bolsonaro restored to power. Current President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has signed an emergency decree putting federal authorities in charge of the capital. He accuses Bolsonaro of encouraging the uprising with false claims of election fraud and vowed to punish so-called fascist fanatics and the people who financed them. There are questions why security forces were unprepared for an assault that had been discussed for at least 2 weeks on platforms like Telegram and Twitter. Lula said there was incompetence or bad faith on the part of the police, and they would be investigated. Just before Lula's inauguration, the 67-year-old Bolsonaro flew to Florida, where he had been seen at a resort in Orlando. Representative Joaquin Castro says Bolsonaro used Trump's playbook to encourage his supporters.
Bolsonaro should not be in Florida. The United States should not be a refuge for this authoritarian who has inspired domestic terrorism in Brazil. He should be sent back to Brazil.
Bolsonaro denies the accusations on Twitter. He said peaceful protests are part of democracy, but the invasion of public buildings and vandalism crossed the line. Stephen Graddick, Scripps News.